Rekindle yourself. In this 3-day retreat, we take the time off to truly connect to our body. While the world and us have fairly explored how to be successful in life, how to even develop our mind, emotions, we have not invested the time to truly understand the inner dimensions of our body. In the last few years, exercises, health, healing have really emerged as important factors and integral aspects of our life. And there has been a lot of quest, especially through the lockdown, to understand how to be happy, how to be fulfilled. Yet, they just comprise about 5-10% of the exploration that is possible within what we refer to the substance of our body, which is perhaps the best in the world. To build a temple, they use stone. Why? Because they could use water. Why? Because the stone has a greater capacity to hold the vibrations of the chant, the presence of the infinity, of the divine within. And if there is a conscious invocation, the presence is palpably present in the stone and in the nearby areas. If that is possible, so much more is possible with the human substance which has been gifted by its capacity to absorb, sponge, and store. The functionalities of the human being in terms of the body are about the way we live our life, take care of the necessities running of our body, moving around. But yet, we have failed to give time to understand the very matter, the very substance of our body. This lends itself as a great tool. Tool is a wrong word to refer to the body. The living presence, the living consciousness of the body, even the very, very matter and the substance of the body has a greater capacity to store beauty, to store vastness, to store joy, to store lovingness. In many of our lives, when we go through the ups and downs, all that gets stored inside the body, and not just that, all the experiences of our fellow companions in life gets stored inside our body. But it is not that complex. Very simple, tiny practices with our body, with our breath, with connecting to source consciousness, like above the head. There are layers and layers of consciousness that exist above the head. It is very much possible to release the things that are entangled and stored inside our body. Our spent feelings, our spent chi, our spent emotions, even our old thoughts and memories. And in its place, a newer consciousness. Post the lockdown, there is the emergence most strongly of a newer consciousness, a new creation coming into the world by and large, and it obviously creates a churn. The old has to go or get transformed, and new has to be born. But while we talk a lot about that in the world, we forget to understand that it is actually occurring within our being, within our body. So the transformation of our body, the transformation of our vital life energies and our thoughts become very imperative. This is what we explore in this retreat through tiny inner practices that have been chiseled over time, explored, experimented in the workshops, in the retreats, in the one-to-ones, and we share it with people to come together. A small group of people come together and we explore these practices, go deeper, so that the inner fabrics of our substance, of our thoughts, of our emotions are touched, and they open up for a greater life and the possibility of holding the vibrations of new creation.